Alright, before I go on teaching you guys how to kick and sort of my way of kicking and how I do it, because it's different from person to person, right? Like, depending on the body structure, height, bones, you know, length, and all this craziness. Like, I have flat feet too, so that kind of factors in. Before I go into all, like, the actual details of it, I thought I'd go over some relatively basic concepts of the kick, just to give you guys a mental idea of what it's supposed to feel like and what you're kind of trying to accomplish. Got my whiteboard here. Good old whiteboard. So here is typical kind of soccer, football, whatever kick, and the idea is it's a transference of force. You're trying to move an object, right? Like soccer ball, football, and the arc goes like this. So here's your center of gravity, I guess, and then your motion is like this. So that's the motion you're trying to achieve. It's kind of like a pendulum, right? Just swings back and forth. All right. It's very smooth. Very. It's good technique, I guess. Just to have this kind of an arc. It transfers as much force as you can to the ball, and where this differs from Muay Thai and other martial arts, like karate, for example, they snap their kicks. Actually, that's a bad example because Muay Thai, you're snapping your kick too, but at different points. In karate, you snap at the knee. I'll show you this when I actually go down to the basement. But in Muay Thai, okay, if you're looking down at your feet, so you're looking downwards, bird's eye view, so this is your planted leg. Usually you're in orthodox stance. Your left leg is front, right leg is back. So when you kick, the angle is really funny. It actually, instead of being like a long baseball bat like you'd expect and coming in from the side, which is the same as this, but from the side, right? Instead of doing that, what it actually looks like is something more along the lines of this. So this is your foot. This is your calf. So you'd think you'd want to swing it like a baseball bat like this, and just your foot's here, your shin bone's here, area of contact, mostly here, but you're swinging it like this, but it's more like this. The angle of your kick is like this. So in essence, this whole thing as a package is a baseball bat. Like this, the angles, the 90s, it goes as one together. It's not like you throw your hip first, and then as your foot comes in and as your knee comes in, your leg straightens out. You know, it comes in like this. Like this is what you hit with. Is the whole package is like I don't know how to explain it better than that, but that's the one of the better angles of it. And it's not a baseball swing like this. You're not, if this is your feet, you're not winding up and going from a huge angle. You're going from here. Actually, it's more like here, because you shouldn't be standing like this when you're fighting. That's stupid. But a little staggered. When you kick, it's actually your leg makes the slightest, if any. Like I barely move my legs outwards, but if this is square 90, you move it just slightly this way, and then it comes in. It's not like you're turning your body and it's coming in like a huge arc. Like me, when I kick, it's just like this. It comes in straight, and then I kick in. Bad to explain through the bird's eye view, but oh geez, my tea's ready. Hold on. But basically, like, I don't know if I can actually demonstrate it on the board, the whiteboard here, because of the angle. Let me try to think of how I'll do that real quick while I have some morning tea. Tea's good. I love tea. Coffee's good too, but tea's better. It's too bad you can't really get any good tea here though. It's really hard to find like this stuff. And then when you I don't know if you can see that. When you actually put it in hot water, it expands and releases all its flavor, all its wonderful glory. Okay, so if bird's eye view, hold on a sec. Oh, okay. So if you're looking at the front now, so this is bird's eye, like coming down. If you're looking at from the front, like this way into me, so you'll see my face basically. So this is my face. Like if you see my kick, it's not gonna come like this. Like this is my foot. It's not gonna come. It's not gonna come this way. It's gonna come this way, like more. Okay, I got it. I know how to do this now. Let me erase this real quick. Okay, so here's your math grid, whatever. Okay, then this is your feet. This is the face here. When you swing a baseball bat, like the ideal angle is about maybe here. Like let's say like a 60-degree, whatever, 30-30 here. 30-30. Like that's kind of where, I don't know if that's right, but like, go with me here, and 30-30. That's the when you swing a baseball bat, you don't want to like swing up here or down here because there's no power, right? You want to get as close to this 90 and get that lever math crap, fulcrums and whatever, optimum striking, power. But when you kick, you don't want to do this because you actually lose more power swinging like this. Okay, figure skating. Think of figure skating. When you want to spin on the spot, if you have a limb out, like that's actually pretty good for a stick figure. if you're spinning on the spot, right? If you have a limb out, because of the air resistance, you'll slow down. So you'll see figure skaters, they'll start out like this, and then slowly they'll pull their leg in and their limbs in, and as they do that, they speed up, right? So it's kind of the same thing. When you swing like this, like a baseball bat, there's more power, but it's more impact force and movement, like soccer. You're more trying to move the ball or push. Think of it as pushing something. You're not trying to hit or hurt the person, which is the idea of martial arts. Like you're just trying to push something. So when you kick, it's actually the opposite of this. You want to be as close to this axis, the y-axis, as possible. So you want to start your kick out here and finish like this, but oh god, in the bird's eye view, it'd be like that, but like that. I hope that this is really hard to explain on 2D plane, but this is the best I can do. So main things to focus on: don't try to push when you kick. It's a cutting motion. It's like a whip, and don't try to whip it around from like this axis. Try to pull your leg in, kicking straight. So if you're doing like a can, like the high kick, just kick straight up. You don't want to pull your leg out to the side and then whip in this way. And I think that's pretty much the basics of like the concept of the kick. And then I guess in part 2 I'll discuss, I'll actually show you guys. It's always easier to show people, but I thought I'd show you guys some basic ideas just on paper or on whiteboard. Ah, that's good. Just to keep your guys, just give you guys an idea of what it's supposed to be like. So you're not doing all these crazy things. I think that's about it. You don't want to kick this. Let's see, stance. So yeah, I'm gonna cover like stance and footwork and all the fundamentals like in the next part. But what else is there? Oh, hip rotation. But I guess I can't really draw that, can I? Well, I guess I could. All right, I'm gonna try to do. That's another kind of important thing. So I guess I'll try to help you guys. I think it's easier to visualize on a paper or blackboard, whiteboard, whatever. Just to the okay. So how am I gonna draw this? Hang on. Let me think about how I'm gonna draw this. Okay. Okay, so karate, taekwondo. Okay, so when you kick, it should look kind of like this. Maybe like that. And this is like your hips. This is your body. It should be, actually you should try to go for like a 90. You don't want to lean back when you kick, which is kind of typical in a lot of martial arts. Like when they kick high, they have a tendency to like lean back, and you know, they'll have how do they have it? They have like an arm here, you know, whatever. And they kind of lean back and kick like that. That's not a good thing, obviously, because look at where your body is, you know. So you want to try to keep your body straight, and how the Thais do it is they I'll cover this in the next video, but they're usually on the ball of their feet, and they keep a lot of their weight up high top. So center of gravity, it's not center of gravity, they just keep their weight higher up. So like if you're a boxer, your stance is more like this. You're more closer to the ground, your body's kind of hunched over, you know, like this. You have this kind of a wide, your weight's really low, it's hard to push you around. But the Thais, they like to stand really high up, right? Like their body is like this, and instead of hunching down their shoulders and everything, they try to extend their spine and stand as tall as they can, because the taller you are, the more vicious your kicks, the angle and stuff like that. So the hips, what you want to do is, if you're looking down at your feet again, your hips are square. So we'll actually draw it. Actually, that's a good idea. I'll draw it as a square. And okay, so when you kick, this foot doesn't move that much. When you first learn it, you can turn it this way, or if you're crazy, go all the way to 180. It just to help get the rotation, but ideally you don't want to move from this position at all. So, you know, at most maybe like that. When you kick, and let's say your legs like this, your hips are, hold on, let me think about that. Your hips actually from here become pretty much like this. Yeah, I just drew that in the wrong spot. It should be like here. Okay. And the thing is, a lot of beginners, when they first kick, they keep their hips like this. So when they kick, a big problem is they kick with their insole. Is that what it's called? They kick with like here, the inside, because they keep their hips square, and they try to do this kind of, they try to, like I said in my older video, they kind of slap like this. And if you turn your hips this way, you're more kind of doing this kind of thing, right? So if I'm kicking this, as opposed to like beginners, you know, they don't understand this hip rotation. They kind of just do this. Obviously there's no power, right? Because you're only kicking from here, from like here onwards. But if you turn your body, you're kicking with here, your obliques and your shoulder and everything, right? So it's all this alignment and angle stuff. But so it's actually that's easier in the next part to demonstrate that visually. But yeah, so make sure your hips aren't square. Don't do this square crap. Don't be a square, you know. Do this. Turn your hips over, and I'll see you in the next part.